When I came down here, I couldn't sing and play, I couldn't write, I couldn't do anything. I relied on my friend for something.
And he still can.
Oh! I love
it. What's up, people? How you guys doing? It was an amazing and fantastic show. We played together with my band, Nip Cali, like 4 years ago at DP Azaz right here in Long Beach. It was a Rocktoberfest. That's how I made these guys. A pleasure and honor to have you guys over here. Thank you for being here.
Thank
you.
How you guys feeling? Awesome.
Doing great.
Yeah. Sweaty's a good.
It's a good sweat, right?
It's a good sweat.
Yeah, good sweat. So that's a very good thing. So where did the inspiration for Carbonwire come from?
Musically or?
Musically, and both you guys goes back to the days, right? You guys are high school friends and stuff. Yeah. So just give us a little bit story.
Well, the band kind of just came about as a combination of all the stuff that we like. Play music long enough, you start writing the stuff that you want to hear.
Yeah.
And this is the stuff that, at least this is the stuff I want to hear. I know that.
We all went to Musicians Institute together. We all had classes. We all played with each other in other projects and stuff like that.
I've been in a band with him.
Yeah.
I think I've worked with you on something. I don't know.
I was in a band with him as well.
LPWs.
Maybe something. I don't know. So pretty much like how the Carbonwire name came out.
I had a list of names on my phone. I was trying to start a band at the time, and I knew I had to have a name that was easy to shout for like a crowd. It had nice long open vowels that sounded big, you know? You you take out the consonant, it sounded good.
Yeah.
The crowd chant.
And honestly, like the words kind of just fit together, and I didn't really think too much about the names.
Fun fact, right? You look us up on the internet, and there's an actual thing called Carbonwire, and it's for like construction or something. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna tell people that that's where our name came from. We're named after a construction wire, whatever it is.
With
each
spool of Carbonwire construction wiring, you get a free EP. There you go.
Alright, that's pretty cool. Okay, what's the story behind your guys' first gig together?
This is my first gig with.
this is his first gig.
Okay, we'll hear your story first. How do you feel?
I absolutely feel amazing about playing with these guys. I met all of them at Musicians Institute. I met Ben literally the first week that I was there, and he's like, well, come over and jam with our band Uncompliant. And I'm still with them today. When they asked if I wanted to help out playing bass, I said, absolutely, anything for my buds.
Yeah. So, what about you guys? What's your first story behind your first gig together?
Here's how it happened. I ended up staying on his couch for a little bit.
We're going way back.
Fun times.
Perfect story.
Fun times.
I love it.
Couch is always there.
COVID happened. At this point, I was just living in Seattle, and he calls me up one day and is like, well, would you like to kind of audition for the band? And for me, that was a huge honor because I have a lot of respect for Matt. I have a lot of respect for Adam and all the past band members. I remember we went to that old storage unit to pick up my drum set that day. And I remember we had to jam it all in your old car, and we had to drive to the studio, and I set it up. And I found out literally that day, Matt's like, oh, by the way, you're in. I'm like, oh, all right, cool. You know, and it's been a crazy journey these last 4 years.
I was in a band with Matt before Carbonwire called Beyond the Streets, and
which I'm also currently a member of right now.
Tanner's playing the field right now.
Whichever band comes up first, see it.
And when he asked me to join Carbonwire, it was just a matter of dude, absolutely. No one else I'd rather be jamming with, so here we are.
And I never got to jam with you too before Carbonwire.
You know, I don't regret that.
Matt?
First gig Carbonwire ever played was something in August. It was a headlining show for Alisana and Avoid.
Wow.
Oh, I remember that.
Oh, yeah.
Ben's band at the time, Revenge, was co-playing with us. We were on the bill together.
How long ago was that?
That was 2019.
So long ago.
And it was nuts too, because we get out and it's an opening slot at 5:30.
Yeah.
And we're not really expecting a big crowd because it's opening slot. Like,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we walk out there and the place is packed from like the front row all the way to the bar. There's like a solid block of people.
Yeah.
I'm just like, what's going on, man? Like this is.
That's what happens when you open up for Alessandro.
That crowd was fucking insane.
It was unbelievable, and that was a really big encourager for, I think, the guys in the band at the time.
That's a beautiful memory. So you guys mentioned about your show at the Whiskey, like a pivotal moment for your band, right? Yeah. Walk me through that night, like why it meant so much for you guys.
You walk out to the crowd of people, and the light guy's doing, like, he's putting on a show for you guys, and it's your first gig. Like, I'm 24 at the time. I don't know shit, right?
Yeah.
And it's my first show with my first band that has my stamp on it. The songs that were written over a period of time from when I was in high school to then. And it's just like, man, you get to play that in front of people now. And it's just unbelievable. And to have their love and support and to have the people stick around. I don't have words to describe how thankful I am. So thank you.
I saw the cover for Amazing Disgrace. It's pretty cool, right there, like see on the t-shirt too. So how did you come up with that idea? What was the process?
How did it what now?
Like who did DMT that night?
That was a collaborative effort between Carbonwire's first bass player, John Murphy, and myself.
These are actually on sale in our store now. So
there you go, guys.
I'm just plugging our merch right now, just in case they want some.
Several of you guys moved from far away to pursue music in Los Angeles, California. Just share us like some experiences. Like what was that like?
You see a lot of things that you don't expect to see for the first time. I guess
Welcome to Los Angeles.
Yeah.
That's all you can say with that.
That's I work at Universal. That's what I say to the tourists. Like Kenny said, you see some things you don't expect to see here. Like I remember when I first moved out here, my mom calls me up. She's like, "Did you see the naked dude running down the street from the cops?" Now, if you say that to me, I'll just
it's like a cat running across the road now. You just don't even.
Yeah, exactly. Now, if you said that to me, I'd be like, "Oh, okay."
Okay.
It is what it is, you know? But back then it was like, whoa, that doesn't happen where I'm from. I moved out here when I was 19. I was very young.
Yeah.
You know, had a lot of homesickness. Missed everybody from my mom to my dad to my dog. You know, just the moments like this where I'm doing what I love with 3 other dudes that I love, like family. You know, this is what makes it all worth it.
I went to school at University of Oregon and I didn't know what I was doing. I'm talking with my friend back home and you start writing this concept album over the phone and I'm like, God, what am I doing up here? So I went back down there and I started talking to him like, dude, you know what? Why don't we move? It was one of those like crazy ideas like, dude, let's move to Los Angeles. Let's go to music school down there. He ended up leaving a couple of years later. And I was writing some stuff. I just had these things in my head that I wanted to get out, and I didn't know how to do it. So I kind of stayed down here to learn how to do it. And like when I came down here, I couldn't sing and play. I couldn't write. I couldn't do any of that. I relied on my friend for songwriting.
And he still can't.
Oh!
I love you.
What does the future hold for Carbonwire?
We've got some more new music coming out. That we're in the works of recording right now. Yeah, fucking love all ya.
Cool. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate you guys for making this time and coming here in the States. Also, I want to let you guys know about our studio. We're open for booking for recordings. You want to do any live videos, photo shoots, and anything, we're open for that. Please check your shows in youtube.com/@Calibrated Productions, and make sure to like and subscribe our channel and follow the band on the social media. We are out of here. Peace out.